Welcome back. Thought I'd do a quick video before I head into the gym. It's just over a year, so I think it's about a year and a couple of weeks since we moved to Vegas. I kind of had a little lull or a drop through the winter. It is painfully cold here to the point I don't like going out, so it reminds me too much of home, with the benefit though of it very rarely raining. It probably rains once a month, so it's always dry, but I still won't go outside because it's too cold. So I thought to myself, why don't we just buy a place in Florida? So Selena's actually in Florida now, and I'm due to go out and meet her in 4 or 5 days. And I thought, let's have a look at somewhere we've never been to before. We've been to quite a lot of places in Florida, but I know what the weather is like, and usually across the winter it's really nice. So in my head, let's go and have a look at somewhere coastal. We'll buy a place there. We'll use it as Airbnb from, say, February all the way till November-ish when it gets cold here. So we started that process, and we still are going to go and have a look, but we found out in certain parts of Florida they've banned short-term rentals, which means you can't do Airbnb, which is a little bit frustrating. We're going to have a look, see whether we can work something out, but that was our plan with buying some additional property. Now, if that doesn't work, I was thinking that's fine, we'll just buy here again and rent out another place here. It's going to be easier to manage. We're right by it. Wow, so we started that process maybe, I want to say a month and a half ago. You can probably check with our videos. The prices have gone up 40, 50,000 in most of the cases, even to the point that one of the properties that we were going to look at, which is actually right up in the northwest, I mean, when we arrived here they were considerably cheaper than where we live, but they're now more than the price we pay for our home just in September just gone, and it's, what's that, we're 6 months now from there, and the actual base prices are more. So much like the UK, and I'm sure people from around the world are experiencing, inflation is real, and inflation is even outpacing what I attempt to do. It is crazy expensive here at the moment. All of this, Vegas is cheap, go live there. I'm sure if you're coming from the Bay Area or London or Singapore or like cities, especially tech cities, it's still relatively cheap compared to where you come from, but it's by no means cheap anymore. Even to the point, shopping or grocery shopping has probably gone up a good 20–30% in the year we've been here. Fuel, I don't know the exact amount, I'm guessing 40%. Somebody can do the maths for me. It was $3.35 a gallon when we arrived. It's now $5.09 for standard fuel, and I get the mid-grade, so it's, I don't know, $5.20. So it's gone up considerably. So it's quite punishing for everybody, and I can only imagine people that are always managing their incomings and outgoings. It's very, 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 very difficult for them, because if your groceries have gone up and your fuel has gone up, and that extra $100, $150 you had at the end of the month has now eaten up in inflation. So I'm not complaining from us, it's just, it's interesting. We had plans, and even for us, the plans have kind of been eaten into just by inflation, because we can still buy another property. It's just, we now have to find another, when we don't pay all of the money out, but probably another $20,000 to put down for the deposit, and all the upgrades have gone up. So that's quite interesting. The one good thing with Florida is I see quite a lot of the properties come up in the area that we're looking at, and they're not that much more expensive now compared to a few months ago when we started the process, which is encouraging. However, they had gone up between when we started a couple of months ago and say a year before, to the tune of maybe $150,000 to $250,000 if you look at the same builder a year and a half ago, or a year to 2 years ago rather. So they went on like a massive spike up, and they've kind of plateaued, which is good. And I just had the agent text me a property which looks amazing, but it would be more if we were going to move to Florida, which for me is a consideration. Selena doesn't seem too interested, but she is currently there now. She's sending me pictures and videos. It looks amazing. I love Florida. I love that greenery. So maybe I can convince her. It just depends on whether her hair explodes. The other problem is where we'd choose to live, I think, is an hour at least from the airport, and there's less direct flights, which is obviously a problem for Selena because she started traveling for her work again, which is where she is at the moment, and she's got quite a lot planned this year, which I understand. And to be honest, it wouldn't be fair of me to say, no, I want to live here, you travel to the airport. That's completely not fair. So I'll understand if she doesn't love it. Here it's 23 minutes. There was a crash. I dropped her at the airport a couple of days ago. There was a crash on the motorway, which everybody knows, if that's on the M25, forget it, it's done. It added 6 minutes to our journey. I mean, it was a bad crash because there's so many lanes, so it took us 29 minutes to get to the airport instead of 23 door to door, which is, you really can't beat that. I'm sure over time it's gonna change, but for the moment it's very, very convenient. And today it's 10 o'clock and it's 13 degrees, which is much higher than it's been. It's going up to 21, so I'm feeling really good again. So do I really need to move to Florida? Maybe not. I'm sure come winter again I'll be thinking about it. Anyway, quick update video. Thanks for watching.